Even though I had a college degree, I was hired as a clerk typist. And they sent me to work with guys who had graduated from Harvard and Yale with degrees in engineering. The only people who could touch the computer were engineers. But I had to go on the computer every morning to compare metallic tapes. And I said to the guy operating the computer, "Teach me to operate the computer." And he said, "No, if I teach you to operate the computer, you'd have my job." Well, you can't let me stand here and watch somebody do something for a couple of weeks and think I'm not going to catch on to what they're doing. So about 2 weeks later, all the engineers called in sick, and no one came out to operate for me. So I walked over to the computer and slowly but surely started to flip the switches. And he walked over slowly and said, "Ray, I didn't know you knew how to operate the computer." I said, "I don't." He said, "Well, what are you doing?" I said, "Well, I know how to do enough to get my job done." He said, "Fine, you know more than any of the rest of us here, so from now on, this is your job." So I created every job I had after that. President Nixon was in office, and he called the Navy and he told them that there was a new ship design coming up, and instead of it taking the 2 years that it normally takes, he wanted the Navy to do the rough draft of it in 2 months. And the admirals came to me and they said, "Young lady, we understand you've got a system to design ships. It normally takes 2 years to do the rough draft. The President has given the Navy 2 months. I brought that rascal in 18 hours and 26 minutes. And for that, my career just took off. My first ship was the Oliver Hazard Perry class, and I put 2 General Electric LM 2500 engines on it, so that rascal could speed. The next ship I worked on was the LHA No. 1, Landing Craft Helicopter Assault Weapon System. I'm just so proud of it. I feel so good when I hear about some of the ships that I've worked on still being in the fleet, and to know that I'm still fighting for my country. You know, there's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. I am still out there, and regardless of what anybody says, we've got a great country, and I'm very proud of it. I had to fight like the devil to get in there to do what I needed to do, but look at what I've done, and look at how our guys and gals are using this stuff and defending our country. And I'm living to see this. So the little girl from when my mother talked to me, and then the little girl who saw the sub when I was 7, I would tell her now, you can do it, you can handle it, and the important thing for you is to open doors for other people.